Kenwood VHF two-way radio, and it has this one I've already installed, the KDM-7 keypad, the DTMF keypad, which is this little upgrade, and this has not been made. This upgrade has not been in production for about 30 years and hasn't been available for about 20. This is new old stock or old new stock. It's brand new, but it's old. It comes with two parts. This has the 16, yes, 16 little metal push buttons, and it has a little film strip, and the end is a little bit thicker. So inside the radio, there's a connector that you push this in, and the film is actually a little bit thicker at the end, so that it goes in and it stays in. As far as I know, I don't think there's anything in this that's any type of resistor or capacitor or anything like that. I think it's just traces. And the part number of this board is J82-0031. The other part of this is the part that glues onto the front, and it's made up of three pieces. There's the square plastic plate, and on the back there's another square, this white plastic plate, and then there's the 16 push buttons that sit in this plate, and the white plate holds them in, and they have little fingers that protrude out the back. And when you push the buttons, the little fingers push on these little pads, and it actually makes the connection. So
Wednesday,
with
mostly cloudy with a 50%
weather, without,
New road.
let me go to, okay, I'll go to a ham channel. So without the keypad, when you're trying to do DTMF, there's no way to do DTMF. You absolutely need this keypad. And I've been trying to find someone that knows how to replicate this. This is a PC board, and somebody told me what the type of push buttons. These are a common type of button that's used in electronics. I don't remember what the name was, but for somebody that, I don't know if PCBWay, if they could actually make one of these. I imagine they could. It's a PCB board with the film strip and the buttons and the traces underneath to connect to the I don't know how many. I don't know if it's two-sided, if the film is two-sided, or if it's just one-sided. I think it's just, I don't know. It may actually be two-sided, but I think it's just one-sided. That there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like 8. It looks like 8 strips. So when you're pushing the button, it makes a connection between two of those using traces. It seems like a very simple circuit, and this once the size was correct for the buttons, printing 16 of the little square buttons and the uh, square plate, and then the square back plate, and I think this is melted in. I think they used heat to actually secure this back um, plate, but it could be glued. Um, it's just a matter of making these parts, and it's way beyond anything I know how to do. Uh, and I have a bunch of these radios, and I really would like um, to have the DTMF because I use it for ham radio, and these are really solid. They're it's hard to find one that's actually in good shape. This one actually was in really good shape. Uh, I got a brand new battery for it, and like I said, I've got a bunch of them. And when it comes to one of these compared to uh, one of the ham radios, there's without spending $300 for a single band radio, you're not going to get the quality on a ham radio that you get on a commercial radio like a Kenwood. Now, this is one of the uh, these are like $60, and the reception.
Additional details at 3:45
Now
p.m. Friday. The stage was 9.
that's weather on wideband. When I put it on narrow, it doesn't pick it up at all, and it only picks up that one weather channel, and it only picks it up with uh, about 40% uh, reception. Where with the Kenwood, I've got one, two, three, four. I've got four stations that I actually, when I'm standing outside, I can receive well. At 100% on two of them, one comes out of, I believe, Allentown, one comes out of New York City, one comes out of, I think, Philadelphia, and one comes out of, I think, Lancaster or State College. So the difference in the quality, the reception and the transmit on this is miles above anything that you can get um, in the ham world without spending a lot of money. And for when you're programming just the repeaters, when you just have 20 or 30 channels that you're not needing to constantly change the frequency, these radios are wonderful. I've got a couple older other radios that are commercial Motorola's, but for the VHF, and I've also got the TK350, which is identical except it's a UHF. You can see this one, the buttons, the lettering is worn, and on this one, I know some of the buttons don't work because the metal, the keypad on the back has worn out and needs to be replaced for it to work. So I just have this one that's brand new, and I can, if there's a company that actually can do this, or if there's somebody that I could um, send the specifications for this and have them um, do it on the CAD cam and actually the 3D print. I imagine this would be the easiest of any of the steps would be to actually uh, just 3D print these pieces, the two plates and the 16 buttons. I think this would be the easiest. I imagine any 3D printer can do this, but again, it's way out of my ability. But if somebody knows how to what company to send it to and who can actually do this, um, I really would like to get a dozen of these if I could. I know they said, the PCB boards are like $1 to make, and the 3D printing, I don't know what these cost, but uh, the parts are not that expensive. It's just making them is where it requires expertise to be able to do it that I just don't have. So if anybody can help, please let me know. Thank you.